Welcome everybody to How Fast Will It Go, and today we're dealing with the 1956 Jaguar D-Type. Now this has 1,212 horsepower, 831 pounds-feet of torque from a 5.7 litre twin turbocharged V10 engine, and the vehicle itself now weighs 2,321 pounds. It now has all-wheel drive, and it can do 0 to 60 in 1.545 seconds and 0 to 103.840 seconds. So yeah, this has a lot going for it in terms of this series. A lot of power, though not quite as much power as some vehicles, not much in the way of weight, and it's really rather aerodynamic. And crucially, because it's an old car, the gearbox is able to be overhauled, so it's not like got 7 or 8 speeds or anything like that, which usually does hinder modern vehicles. So yeah, let's get out there and see what it can do. So yeah, we have yet to come close to beating the McLaren F1. Hopefully this will finally be the one to top that car. Oh, we're not going to do it with all this goddamn traffic. But yeah, that McLaren F1 has sat at the top with 281 mph for a very long time. This can come close or beat it, we'll have to see, but it does have a lot going for it, like I said. There's 250, 260, 270, 275, 278. Oh dear, Dodge Charger, did not see. Too busy looking at the speedometer, that's the problem with this series. Kind of need a co-pilot in that regards. Yeah, second fastest so far, 280, 282, 283, 285. Whoa, we've beaten the McLaren F1 by 4 mph. Oh dear. But now we're seeming to not have the control. So yeah, we're not quite as controlled as the McLaren F1. We're more like a Saturn V rocket, and that's, you know, more like a jet-powered car. But yeah, we're beating the McLaren F1 by 4 mph. Let's see if we can get any further than that, or at least try and match what we just did, so we can confirm it. Yeah, 285 mph is certainly very quick, but as you just saw there, not very controlled in the process. So yeah, this might well have beaten the McLaren F1, but I don't think it's going to be the car that is, you know, the best all-rounder. Because yeah, the McLaren F1 was able to get to that kind of speed, but it was able to control itself at the same time. Whereas this is, like I said, more like a Saturn V rocket, where you just light it and go and just hang on for dear life. But nonetheless, let's see what it can do down this side of the motorway. I imagine this would be really rather uncontrollable without the all-wheel drive, because it's barely controllable as it is already. Oh, damn it. Go down the left-hand side of the Land Rover. Well, we nearly got close to matching our recent speed, but 284 is still, again, faster than the McLaren. Yeah, I definitely saw 285, and we did hold it for long enough to confirm that. But yeah, there is really no handling in this vehicle whatsoever. You've got all of the understeer from the all-wheel drive system that is only just about managing to keep that 1200 horsepower in check in the first place. So yeah, it's kind of a double-edged sword having that all-wheel drive system. Without it, you'd be oversteering and sliding all over the place, but with it, you're understeering off the motorway at a high rate of speed. So yeah, that is unfortunate, but as you can see, it's still able to get up to a high rate of speed in no time at all, beating the likes of the Ferrari 812 Superfast in no time at all, which took the entire motorway to get up to 272, and this is doing it in yeah, about half the length. So yeah, fairly impressive, but I don't think we're going to get any more out of this in this last part of the motorway, because it's just too uncontrollable and unpredictable to really deal with such an unpredictable motorway. Because yeah, it's not an narrow straight motorway, and you're also dealing with traffic, and with an unpredictable car like this, that is a kind of a recipe for disaster more often than not. But nonetheless, 285 mph does top the leaderboard by 4 mph, beating the McLaren F1, and a massive 12 mph quicker than the Lamborghini Aventador, McLaren P1 and the Porsche 911 Carrera S, and 13 mph quicker than both the Koenigsegg CC8S and Koenigsegg Agera, and the previous car in this series, the 812 Superfast from Ferrari. So yeah, really impressive in terms of actual speed, but when it comes to handling that power and the speed and the acceleration, it's not all that great. So yeah, if you're going to go for a car that you want to do more than 280 mile an hour, then go for the McLaren F1, because that can control its power, can handle that kind of speed, but at the end of the day, when it comes to a corner, it will also be able to go round it, whereas this can only handle the power in a straight line, but it can get up to an incredible rate of speed when that straight line is long enough. But outside of that, it's pretty useless. But yeah, still an impressive amount of speed nonetheless. It is all about speed, it's not about handling and controllability after all. It's all about what we can get with that speedometer and how high we can go, and this has been the highest. So yeah, not quite sure if anything's going to be able to beat this. I'm highly skeptical, because this is, you know, the first car that's actually beaten the McLaren F1, and that was the fastest for a long time. So yeah, we might start to look at more silly vehicles that you wouldn't expect to be even able to do 220 or 30 mile an hour, then let alone get up to this kind of speed. So yeah, we might start looking at those kind of vehicles. But nonetheless, this has been a cracking car, and yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.